And so we're, as you know, we're going to be chatting about the aspect of uncertainty for people like ourselves with MS. And so just sort of starting off very generally, really, with what sort of aspects of life do you find uncertainty affects you the most?
I think it follows you every day. It's something that even the most basic of plans or situations, the uncertainty of MS will creep into your mind. Certainly from me now, I kind of go through this checklist in my head or potential pitfalls in my head in an instant. For some reason, my brain equates, an invite to a party or an invite to do something, and it almost instinctively just assesses risk, I suppose. And it's one of those things where you kind of know yourself. Yeah, I'm not going to make that. I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm struggling. I know I'm going to. It just comes. It's not something that I feel I need to put lots of thought into anymore. The uncertainty when I first got diagnosed was the uncertainty of not knowing was probably the one thing that really mentally crushed me. And I think as I've got older and wiser and more accustomed to MS and my body and stuff, that I've been able to realise that actually the uncertainty is the same as for everybody. It's not. Yeah, we're actually a bit fortunate because we actually have a little bit of foresight, and that we know that, do you know what, potentially we're going to have some problems later on. We might have some problems next year. So it gives us that little bit of a heads up, a little bit of foresight, a warning, whatever you want to call it. And for me, that gave me a huge amount of drive and ambition to do things that I know for a fact I would never have done had I not been given MS or this level of uncertainty in my life. So for me, it's something that you still have every day. With MS, I have it every day.
Sure.
I'm getting better at coping.
And it's sometimes about choices with that as well, isn't it? Am I going to choose to do this knowing that I'm not going to be something else down the road is going to have to go? And again, with that sort of feelings of uncertainty is a lot about balancing. Yes, I might be able to do that, but actually, we know that sometimes we're going to have to. It's going to be a no, or it's going to be a not now. Which is what I always try and say, really, is, okay, right, today I can't do that, but it's definitely going to be doable in another couple of days, or let's reschedule, or whatever. Because I think I don't know whether you've got any particular triggers for a bout of whirling pits of uncertainty. Have you got anything that really makes you go into a bit of a spin of, oh my goodness, what on earth's going to happen to me type feelings?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think we all have pretty scary and hairy moments at times. And I think probably more so me, if I'm not capable of doing something with my sons at a certain time, that can make me go quite really low and a bit down. Just for the fact is that I feel that I'm letting them down, and that's difficult. I don't like the kids seeing me not well. I don't like the kids seeing me sore and tired and stuff. And I try my best to keep as much of that from them as I can. But unfortunately, at times, it does happen. I've got a son that's just at high school who's becoming more aware of what MS is. And I can see that at times it's becoming a little bit of a burden on him, the worry of. So I do everything that I can to alleviate that little bit of worry or concern from him.
Hi, Heather. Nice to see you. We're going to be talking about uncertainty today, are we not? Let's just start kind of broad. So how do you think the uncertainty aspect of MS has affected your life?
I think, for me, I actually think the uncertainty is the worst thing about MS, just because I hate the idea of not being able to know kind of what to expect each day. I've always been someone that likes to have everything really carefully planned. So I've always been one of those people that I get up in the morning and I know what I'm going to do that day and I know how the week's going to plan out. But obviously when it comes to MS, you can't be that specific about what's going to happen because you don't know how you're going to feel each day. And I think at the beginning when I was first diagnosed, I kind of brushed that side of things to the side.
Yeah, that's interesting because that's one of the questions I was going to ask you is that, do you feel like you've changed since you were first diagnosed? I mean, we always, when we meet each other, go, oh, when were you diagnosed? But do you feel that there's been quite a change in how you've managed uncertainty?
I think definitely for me, because I think one of the things is having MS, it takes you quite a long time as well to kind of fully come to terms with it and accept it. So I think when I was first diagnosed, I was a little bit in kind of like Heather dreamland. And I felt quite bad with it when I was diagnosed.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I was like, right, I'm going to get better. I'm going to do all my healthy stuff. So I did like my meditation and my yoga and my healthy eating. And I kind of potted on. And like you do with relapsing, remitting, I started feeling better. And in my mind, it sounds really silly now, but I thought, I think it's going to be all right.
Yeah, because it's so bad on your first relapse, isn't it? That you think, oh yeah, as soon as you start getting better, it's like, yeah, well, that's how the illness is going to go. Yeah.
And I think because they say it is so unpredictable, and you can't kind of predict what's going to happen or how it's going to go. In my mind, I thought, I think that's it. I think I'll just skip those relapsey bits now and just kind of carry on with a bit of fatigue and tingling, and I'll skip all the other stuff. So I think for me, with that, I kind of didn't really accept how the uncertainty would kind of impact. So I kind of potted on like that for a couple of years. Just, as I said, in my little dreamland of it's all going to carry on like this. Absolutely fine.
Have you got anything that really triggers off another phase of uncertainty, though? Now, you've sort of changed, you've come out of the dreamland, as you call it, which is very sweet. And also, I think it is that feeling of, really, is this really happening to me? Is this is my new normal? What is normal? So have you got anything that particularly triggers your feeling really uncertain all over again?
For me, it was, so I had 2 years without any relapses where I was pottering along all right, and then I hit another relapse. So for me, that was quite a sharp jolt out of thinking it's all going to be fine. And that was when it like properly hit. So I think that was also when I started to accept the diagnosis. But I found that very difficult. That was when it really had a massive like mental impact on me, because obviously I'd gone from thinking it was all going to be all right to being back to kind of square one and realising that actually I have got relapsing, remitting, so there is going to be up and down. And that's kind of when I sort of got anxiety triggered off, that kind of thing, and the uncertainty really hit.